Hey guys, so today I'm going to be looking at more shower thoughts, so yeah, let's just get right into the video. Watching your parents flirt is by far the only childhood memory that turns from cringe to actually very wholesome as you mature and realize how much effort they put in to keep themselves together and how hard that seemingly simple thing is. That's very true. Sometimes I'm like surprised because my parents just had their, marriage anniversary a couple months ago, and I was just like, wow, you guys still remember that? You guys have been together for so long? That's crazy. Without a doubt, the old wives' tale about a demon reaching up and grabbing your limbs if you dangle them off the bed at night was started by a cat owner. The cat! Oh! Wow, I never thought about that. Oh my gosh. Ugh. I'm still scared of this though. I don't dangle my legs off my bed. No way. You know a song is good when you have to force yourself to not replay it again as to make it repetitive and old any faster. Yeah. And I have to stop it to be productive kind of thing. Else I'm just gonna be like not productive. Ugh. I'll give you your birthday present later is a totally different statement coming from your mother than your girlfriend. Okay. It's hard to be a new you when you're surrounded by people that know the old you. I mean, what, they want to entirely change themselves for the better? I feel like if you're changing yourself for the better, then people will understand. The people that know the old you will understand, or will they not? I don't know. I don't know. Well, if you're going to change yourself for the better, then do it, you know? Don't care what anyone thinks, whether they judge you or not. If you're doing it to better yourself, and if you're being a good person, then go ahead. Humans want to know their purpose in life. Maybe it's better we don't. A cow wouldn't want to know its purpose. Oh, that was deep. What? What did you say? Okay. We laugh at squirrels for burying nuts for later, only to forget about them. But then we have tons of web pages bookmarked with info we may need later, only to forget about them and Google to find what was already saved. Wow, someone really be calling me out. Yeah, I bookmark so many things that it's just full and it's even hard to find it, you know? When I'm scrolling up, I can't even find it anymore. There's too many things. I wish it had a date on it, you know, like when you bookmarked it, then you know, because you're like, oh yeah, it was around this time that I bookmarked it, and then you can find it easier. But then with no date, it's just like, oh, I guess I lost it forever. First world problems though. People will find eating bugs disgusting unless they come from the ocean. Yeah, that's expensive, right? That's funny though, because I read somewhere that lobsters were served to criminals, you know? And apparently that was very cruel to serve lobsters to criminals. And now lobsters are like a luxury kind of thing, you know? So expensive. What? So weird how things change like that, you know? Interesting. And even back then, people would be like, oh my gosh, why would you do that to criminals? Why would you serve them lobsters? You shouldn't do that. You shouldn't be serving them bugs to eat. That's disgusting. Chasing after a ping pong ball is wildly dehumanizing. I hate chasing after any bouncy balls, okay? You just look dumb because they bounce any direction and it's always the direction you're not chasing them in. Jeez. You always hear about the early bird. You don't hear about the early worm. Oh. Someone decided that we would scroll down instead of across on computers. Imagine if we scrolled across. Oh, whoa. Okay. Every day is leg day if you weigh 300 pounds. Oh, okay, that's a different thought. Being an adult is way less fun than we think it is when we are younger. Yeah. Okay, I want to go back to being a kid, okay? I regret saying that. I regret saying I want to be older. I don't want any more. The richer you are, the more acceptable it is to have pictures, paintings, statues of naked people in your house. Yeah, that's a weird concept, ain't it? That's weird. Many pet owners greet and hug their pet before looking for other family members. That's very true. Because you know why? Because your pet always greets you first, okay? Your family member don't be looking for you when you come home. If you burn money, you make yourself poorer, but you make everyone else a tiny bit richer. Oh, because now they're a bit richer than you? Or like... Huh? I don't get this one. Your character doesn't blink in first-person games. Oh, true. Oh man, I'll be thinking about this now. If you could run most relationships backwards, they would actually be more romantic. First, strong hatred, followed by trying times, then ending with crazy, passionate love and desire. Whoa! Oh yeah, I'd like that. Let me hate someone first, and then I'll try to like them, and then we love each other, right? Oh, awesome! Wait, that's with... Hey, I realized that when I start friendships like this, it's always the best friendships ever. I mean, it's not strong hatred, it's just your first impression of each other is always like, she's probably mean, eh? And then you try to get to know each other, right? And then you're like, oh my gosh, they're actually an amazing person. And now you guys are just amazing friends, you know? Wow, that's crazy. Well, that's very true. Hey, I should start things like this now. Hate something so much and then love it later. In depression, your brain refuses to produce the happy hormone as a reward for your brain cells for doing what they're supposed to do. And your cells go on a strike, refusing to work for no pay, and the whole system goes crashing down for the benefit of absolutely nobody involved. Oh my goodness. That's very sad. And it just happens, right? It just happens, and it could just happen to anyone, right? Considering how our bodies react to other things that eat our blood, vampire bites would probably be very itchy. Oh, I don't want to think about that. Oh no. Peach floats because of her dress, so it's more practical for Mario and Luigi to wear dresses when platforming. The older you get, the more utterly unfeasible it becomes to change your mobile number. Yeah, because you've already used it for so many things, you know? Yeah, it's just a hassle. It's odd how your feet are so sensitive to touch and tickles while being one of the most used and abused parts of your body. Right, like you walk in them and it's totally normal, but like once you like, you know, tickle it a little bit, it's very sensitive. Like what? Come on. Lottery tickets come with a you lose or your money back guarantee. And yeah, wow, okay. And that's how people get sucked in, you know. They're like, well, I'm either gonna win or I'm either gonna lose. One's beauty is a biological accident, not an accomplishment that needs to be acknowledged. Whoa, hey, yeah, you know, it just happened. Wow, wow, deep. All of those parents who suddenly begin hinting to their kids to give them grandchildren are the same parents who are terrified of that happening for every moment prior. They're the same type of parents who are like, no, don't date. Don't you dare date anyone when you're like, you know, studying, whatever. And then after you finish studying and they're like, why aren't you married yet? You're already so old. Okay. Alright. There comes a point in life where people telling you, look how big you have gotten, stops being a compliment. Oh no. Oh no. There's always that one relative who has to say this to you every single time. The most awkward thing as a kid is reading a birthday card out loud while pretending not to only care about the money inside. And you have to be like very grateful when you read the card too. And you know, after reading the card, you're like, oh, that's so sweet. But it's like such an awkward thing. It's just like unwrapping presents, right? And you have to show that you're happy no matter what, because you don't want the person to feel bad. And you just have to be like, oh, I love it. You know, even if you didn't like it, you still have to be like, oh, I love it. Because if you don't like it and then you're like, ew, what's this? Why would you get me this? Then that's rude of you. That's very rude. But okay. Well, that's it for the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Tell me in the comments down below what your thoughts are. And as always, thanks for watching. Hope you guys liked it. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.